Frederick I, called the Braver the Bitten, was Margrave of Meissen and landgrave of Thuringia. Life. Born in Eisenach, Frederick was the son of Albert Badagenerat and Margaret of Germany. According to legend, his mother, fleeing her philandering husband in 1270, was overcome by the pain of parting and bit Frederick on the cheek. Therefore he became known as the Bitten. After the death of Conrad and in 1268, he became the legitimate heir to the Hohenstaufen claims, and claimed the Kingdom of Sicily, briefly taking the titles of King of Jerusalem and Sicily and Duke of Swabia. However, these claims met with little favor. Swabia, pawned by Conrad and before his last expedition, was disintegrating as a territorial unit. He went unrecognized in Outremer, and Charles of Anjou was deeply entrenched in power in southern Italy. Margrave Frederick proposed an invasion of Italy in 1269, and attracted some support from the Lombard Ghibellines. But his plans were never carried out, and he played no further part in Italian affairs. From 1280, he was Count Palatine of Saxony, because his father preferred the half-brother Apets. Frederick and his brother Diezman waged war upon him. Frederick was captured in 1281, but after a long war his father recognized the rights of the brothers in 1289. After the death of the cousin Frederick Tutor, both brothers took possession of his lands and Frederick received the Margraviate of Meissen, leaving to the father only the Margraviate of Landsberg. However, King Adolf of Nassau-Weilburg thought that Meissen and the Eastern March should return to the crown after Tutor's death, and bought Thuringia from the debt-laden Albert. The brothers were again called to arms in the defense of their inheritance, but had to give up the land. Frederick stayed away from home until the death of Adolf returned his land to him. By now his father had also been reconciled with him. Soon afterwards, however, King Albert I claimed Thuringia and was supported by the cities which longed to become independent. The Landgrave's family was besieged on the Wartburg by the Eisenach forces. However, Frederick succeeded in liberating them, but only the victory at Lacca on the 31st of May 1307 gave the two brothers relief, and before the king could gather new forces, he died. After Diezman's death, the vassals rendered homage to Frederick only because Albert had renounced rule for an annuity. Only the cities were still opposed to Frederick, but Erfurt was subjected by force, and he was also reconciled with Emperor Henry VII, to whom Frederick had originally refused to submit. In 1310, the emperor granted him his lands as fiefs. However, the fight with Brandenburg still continued, and when Frederick was captured by Margrave Valdemar, he had to buy his freedom with 32,000 marks of silver and the cession of Lower Lusatia in the Treaty of Tangimund of 1312. The feuds were renewed in 1316, but ended in 1317 with the Magdeburg Peace. Through the extinction of the Ascanian House, Frederick regained all lost lands except for Landsberg and Lower Lusatia. Now he was able to install a general Landfrieden. Paralyzed by a stroke since 1321, Frederick died on the 16th of November 1323 at Eisenach. His bones were later moved to Grimmenstein Castle in Gotha, and after its demolition were buried in Friedenstein Castle. However, his tomb was erected in Reinhardsbrunn. In 1285, he married Agnes, the daughter of Count Meinhard II of Gorizia, to Roland Elizabeth of Bavaria, widowed mother of Conrad Anne, and after her death he married Elizabeth of Arnshoek, the daughter of his stepmother, in 1303. Only two children survived him: Elizabeth, who was married to Henry II, Landgrave of Hesse, in 1322, and Frederick, his successor. Family. Frederick married Agnes of Gorizia to Roll in 1286, daughter of Meinhard, Duke of Carinthia, and Elizabeth of Bavaria. They had one son, Frederick the Lame married Anna, daughter of Albert II, Duke of Saxe-Wittenberg. He married Elizabeth of Lobdeberg-Arnshoek on 24 August 1300 and they had 2 children. Elizabeth married Henry II, Landgrave of Hesse, in 1322. Frederick the Serious ancestry.